Hello everybody, welcome to this week's question and answer video. My name is David, this channel is DeMars Coaching, and I didn't do the question and answer video last week because there were no questions. So to have answers, there has to be questions. So you guys went and asked me some questions on that video, and so there's a question and answer video this week, today. Something I do every week is I recommend something to you guys, hopefully to help you have better lives, heal from trauma, stress disorders maybe, past relationships, maybe better sleep, things like this. So this week I am recommending a book on Amazon, of course. Book is called Attachment Theory, a guide to strengthening the relationships in your life. It's paperback, audiobook, bundle, all under $20, $12.99 for the paperback. And the link will be down below in the description box. You can follow it to Amazon and purchase it if you like. Anybody who has read this book, please tell me what you think of it. Anybody who reads it, come back, let me know what you think. I really do appreciate the feedback I get from these things that I recommend, so I can recommend them again if they're good. This has had a lot of positive feedback. I'm recommending this week because of all the questions that I have. A lot of it are about attachments, attachment styles. Basically meaning how we felt the first time we ever attached to people, our caretakers, our parents, our teachers. How did we feel when we attached then? Typically decides how we feel when we attach now, even though they can change. So anyone interested in this, read it, let me know what you think. Thank you very much. And let's get into the questions. First, I want to thank Dio for your donation last week. Dio made a donation to the channel last week, and all of it, and any donations you guys give me, always goes to something good. Typically, it's to help those people that need it desperately, that can't afford it. I reach out to people sometimes and talk to them for free, stuff like this. So thank you very much, Dio, and thank you to all of you who have ever made donations. It's the kindest gesture you can really do for somebody you don't know, isn't it? Give me your hard-earned money. So I really appreciate you. It really helps me keep going. Yeah, I don't make money doing this stuff. So I appreciate the donations. Thank you, Dio, and all of you. Okay. One thing I'd like to recommend is please support the Stop Narcissistic online bowling petition. The link will be right down in the description box. The link will also be down in the comment section. Please follow that. It's global, everyone in the world. If you don't believe that bowling people online is a good thing, go support it. Even if you haven't directly been affected, most likely you've been stalked and you don't even know. They say that everyone has been. But this kind of bullying is forcing people to take their own lives. It's the #1 cause of death amongst young people. So please support it. Thank you very much. And share it with someone else. Thanks. Okay, let's get into the questions. Andrew says, from Poland. Hi, Andrew. Thank you for your hard work. You have helped thousands of people around the world. Best regards from Poland. Thank you, Andrew, very much. Andrew was the last person who donated to me. Thank you, Andrew. Okay, from Penny Ross. I don't know where you're from. Oh, Penny Ross says you're from Arizona. Hi, Penny. Just let us know your locations. That's all I ask. And a thumbs up, guys. In 2 weeks, my question and answer video got 40-something likes. Come on. You have to touch buttons to get to the video. To watch it, just touch one more, the thumbs up. Right down there. Right over here. Right down there is a little button with a thumbs up. Hit that, please. That's how these keep going. Okay? Thank you. All right, Penny from Arizona says, wow, something you said today really resonated with me because I was married to a very narcissistic man for 27 years. Long time. You said, paraphrasing, that we give up ourselves because we learn that we can't get any of our needs met. There's no ability to care for ourselves while we are emotionally entangled in their web of shit. So we have to buy into their illusions to survive in their environment. I raised 3 children in that web. Good for you, Mom. That's always amazing. It's bad enough that we are so neglected, maybe abused, traumatized, and we have to try to take care of ourselves, and then you raise children as well. We divorced in 2018. They are now 31, 29, and 21. I have no other family, which is one reason why I stayed. The marriage wasn't physically, you guys ever heard those reasons why you stay? The marriage wasn't physically abusive, but damaging in ways that I now appreciate. I have no aunts or uncles or cousins, just my kids. I want them to understand my heart, what I went through. I have not discussed anything with them because of my Buddhist faith and being very active with the Buddhist community, I believe my children were protected. They say they never knew anything was wrong and that they didn't know how dysfunctional their parents were. You feel they were isolated, that they can't empathize with me. I'm still looking for a therapist, but haven't found one. Keep looking. Keep looking. Your comment was very long, so I just pulled that out of it. And you want to know what you should do about this, about your children. You said you hope you didn't overshare. Have an awesome day. You are helping people. Please don't stop. Thank you, Penny. And so I don't know how your faith, Buddhism, has kept you from talking to your children. Here's the interesting part that I pulled out. I read it once, but I'm going to read it again. Your children say they never knew anything was wrong and that they didn't know how dysfunctional their parents were. This is why it's important to talk to them. This is why it's important for them probably to get therapy themselves. We can't hide this from them. No. You have to understand there's so much in that we learn while we're developing and that we learn from our parents, that your children learned from you. So your children learned what a woman is, what a mother is, what a wife is, what a marriage is, what love is from you. And so we don't want them to emulate it, right? Do the exact same thing. We need them to know and understand what was wrong, that there was something wrong, that this is not healthy. You can't hide it from them. You can't hide the problems in your marriage. All they will do is duplicate that, typically. Somehow, some way. It doesn't have to be the way you did it, the same way. But this is, at the very least, neglect. Emotional neglect, emotionally neglectful marriage. He probably neglected them. You may have emotionally neglected them and not be aware of it. You see, if you had an adult relationship for 27 years that was neglectful, that's because we were raised in a neglectful family. And so we don't really know very well how to communicate. That's why you didn't get what you needed for 27 years. You weren't sure how to communicate that. Not very good boundaries. There's so much. If we're in these relationships, we don't know how to communicate very well. We don't know how to meet each other's needs very well. We may not even have much self-awareness and know what I want. May not really show what I value very well. There's a lot of things wrong here that the children will pick up on, that the children may have also been neglected with, and so they need help too. And it is okay for you to talk to them. I'm not trying to go against your Buddhist faith. I wasn't aware of Buddhism and not explaining any of this stuff to the children, but you can. And I think that it is needed. Your children need to learn the things they didn't learn. They need to learn what was wrong in that relationship. They need to learn what was wrong with dad. They need to learn what was wrong in their childhood and that they didn't probably get what they needed, at least from dad. And they may need to learn how to navigate through with people like your dad. I hope I answered your question. Let me know if I did or didn't, and keep asking me more questions. I'm just going over the rest of your... Not being like other divorced couples who are better friends after divorce. I still struggle. Yeah, these are things you can have conversations with your children. I believe you can. I don't know why you don't, or why Buddhism would say you can't. You're not protecting them anymore. They're not children anymore. They need to know these things. I think a conversation about this stuff could only benefit all of you. Yeah, and you can do it in a therapeutic setting, family therapy. A family therapist can talk about these things. That'd be very good for all of you. Very good. Let me know what you think. Thanks, Penny. And Salema from France says, I am realizing that I used to think that expressing one's needs was narcissistic. Whoa, that hurts. I can fully see the destruction of my needs, wants, how I was left with shame, guilt, and self-doubt. What a sheer destruction of my being it was. To its inner core, I can see it fully. Oh, God, it sure is. Imagine expressing what you need is bad. How dare you? Not only will you not get what you need, but to sit in silence, to feel ashamed of needing something, of wanting something. Oh, awful, awful. I mean, God, if I'm going to teach my children one thing, right? First, to protect them, and then how to protect themselves, right? And you got to tell me what you need. You got to get what you need or you die. And so here's how you say, here's what you do to get what you need. You say it, especially emotionally. You got to communicate. I mean, oh, total destruction of the self, not letting that child develop. Tara from Montana, Northwest Montana. Hi, Tara. Hi, David. So, on another video, I was telling you about how my mom keeps telling me Steve is too old for me. 14 years older. It's like she's obsessed with telling me this, so I was thinking more about it since I told you this. And it was baffling to me that she knows how bad he treated me, but his age is what she's really opposed to. That's what I said on your last comment. I couldn't believe it. She also, if you guys ever missed that, Tara has a mother who goes on and on and on about her ex and when he was the current boyfriend, about he's too old for you because he's 14 years older. That's up to discretion, opinion, whatever. But what's important is that this person was abusing her daughter, was abusing Tara, and didn't bother her. That was okay. He's just too old. He's just too old. You need someone younger. Doesn't matter that he was abusing her. My relationship after Steve was with someone 10 years younger than me, and she pushed me into that relationship. She was behind the scenes telling me I could get him and to go for him, even though I was really scared when he was pursuing me, and I was still messed up from Steve. That relationship ended with me hurting him because I couldn't follow through with marrying him. So now it dawned on me that her issue with Steve is really because he's only 10 years younger than her. And she wants someone his age, or him. She is again pushing me toward a several years younger guy, even though he's really damaged from his last relationship. The important is, it doesn't matter what you do, it only matters how you feel about it. We only get to know somebody by listening, not telling. How do you feel about this, Tara? Oh, that's how you feel? That's it. I'm starting to get to know you. But mom doesn't want to know how you feel about it, doesn't want to care. Just shut up. Just, you need to go do this, that. She cares about what you do. And when someone cares about what you do, they're judgmental and manipulative. Okay? Period. When someone puts the emphasis on what you do, they're judgmental. They're judging you for what you do. And they're manipulative because they want you to do something else. Why does it care? I don't care what my best friend does. I care about how she feels. And so when she tells me what she does, doesn't really matter. I wait to see, and how do you feel about that? Oh, that's a bad thing. I don't decide if it's bad or good what you do. You do. You decide if it's bad or good what you do. So when someone tells me to do something, is that bad or good? Oh, that's good. That feels bad? Okay, I'm sorry. That sucks. I'm sorry, Tara, but I think this is good to see these things, isn't it? To see your mom for what she's really doing. And what she's really doing is being manipulative. She's being judgmental and manipulative, right? She cares about what you do, and she doesn't seem to care how you feel, and that's who you are. What we do is not who we are. Can say sometimes about how we feel about ourselves and stuff like that, but what we do is not who we are. How we feel is more who we are. She doesn't care about that. You have to ask yourself, when someone says they love you, do they care about your needs, your wants, your feelings, your values, and your opinions? If not, they're caring about something else, not who you are. They care about what you do for them, how you make them feel, what you're giving them. Hannibal, thank you so much for all that you do for us. David, God bless. Thank you, Hannibal. Jamet from the United States of America. Hi, Jamet. My question is, how should I deal with the past abusers in public? You shouldn't have to. You don't have to. I wound up screaming at a stalker who was following me every time I went to the grocery. I forgot my cell and spotted him literally stalking me, peeking around corners, etc. I thought about going to an employee for help, but he came up to me and tried to engage me in conversation. This has occurred too many times with this person. It was really freaky when he wouldn't take the hint. I grabbed what I came for and got through the checkout. He startled me as I was getting into my car, and I shouted, "Go away." My son said he was proud of me, but I felt out of control. How can I deal with this in the future? Geez, Jamet, I mean, this guy's literally stalking you. Is this a common occurrence with this person? Have you ever seen this person before? You don't know this person? Has he done this before? This is serious, meaning it could be very dangerous, very dangerous. And I don't mean to scare you, but I can't blind you from it. Oh no, you're fine, Jim. Just look this way. This is scary. This is somebody who doesn't have a life, who takes risks, doesn't care about the repercussions, obsessed, doesn't care about how people feel, doesn't care if he scares you, just wants you. Very scary. You're asking me, how should I deal with past abusers in public? Is this person a past abuser? Is that who this is? Can you be more specific? And I can talk about this more next week, or at least help you down below today, tomorrow. How you deal with past abusers in public is always know what you want. And so it's very good to plan for this. Okay. So we plan for ways that they can contact us. They can show up at our door. They can call us on the phone. They can email us, text us. We can wind up seeing them in public, running into them. What do you have a plan? So you know that. So you know what to do if it happens. And it helps. We don't think about it as much. We don't worry about it as much. I know what I'm going to do. It's okay. And we start with, what do you want? You start with, what do you want? What do you need? Things like this. If you don't want anything to do with this person, you have nothing to say to this person, then don't. Turn around, walk away. And try not to let your ego take over, and we got to stand up and I got to say you're a piece of crap. Don't you dare. What do you think you can do? You can talk to me and come up to me and just leave me alone. Goodbye. Think about it, what you want to do. Plan for it first, but just remind yourself of what you want. If I want this person not in my life, why would I sit and talk to them, right? No. Right? If I don't care about this person, then I don't care what they think. I don't care about what they feel, and I'm just going to walk away and leave them alone. This is someone who abused you, who hurts you. It means they're dangerous. They need to stay out of your life. So have a plan on exactly how you want to deal with it first. I'm not going to tell you exactly what to do, but keep yourself safe. This is a situation where somebody's literally stalking you. It's dangerous, Janet. I would go file a police report. File a police report. Talk to a police officer. Tell them ask them what you should do. A lot of police officers, unfortunately, don't care. I'm dealing with that often lately. Don't care. So you have to be persistent. Keep filing police reports. Maybe even hire a lawyer. A lawyer can force police to do things. If the police doesn't do something, you can file a complaint with the police department. These are things that I have to do because people are harassing me. But protect yourself, Jim. And this is with your son. I don't know how old your son is. So I'm not really sure if this is your past abuser. That's why you said past abuser. I don't know if this is some stranger. I don't know if this is a stranger that keeps doing this. Elaborate, please. Maybe I can help you more. Got to protect yourself. It's scary. It doesn't have to be scary, but you have to be aware of the danger. Emily from Latvia. Hi, Emily. Hello, David. Thank you so much for the weekly video. You're welcome. I have a question. Could you please kindly talk next time regarding limerence? What would be a healthy way to handle this with a new romantic partner? So a healthy way to handle, when I think of limerence, I think of kind of like a love addict, addicted to that love, a deep desire of wanting this person in your life. If this is a new relationship and you feel this way, and feelings like, kind of like I'm just a lost soul looking for love, like sad and stuff, But if this is how you're feeling in a new relationship, be very careful. Approach this carefully. Communication is good, to talk to them, and sometimes we don't want to tell them everything right at once. So it'd be good to talk to somebody else about this, Emily. Okay? Talk to someone else about this, about these feelings that you're having. Another it would be really good to go really slow with this person. Okay? You always have that in your court. Speed. At least go slow. You can always go slower. May not be able to go faster, but you can always go slow. As slow as you want. It's up to you. And I highly recommend that. Okay? These feelings can be very intense. Right? And so we don't want to keep feeding into it. Does that make sense? Keep asking questions. Thank you, Emily. Jeffrey, David, you are much appreciated. Thank you, Jeffrey. I appreciate you for saying that. Victoria Munez I know that you're from, let's say, Western United States. Hi, Victoria. Good morning, David. This week was so hard. I reached out to my toxic brother after a year of no contact. He gave me 10 minutes to talk. The worst part was when he said, if this conversation is making you feel bad, maybe we shouldn't talk anymore. I translated it to, I don't want to talk. You're exactly right. I don't want to talk. You're not important to me. When people tell you words don't hurt, they're wrong, because I felt like a punch in the stomach. I hope you continue your videos. So many of us rely on this weekly video. Thank you, Victoria. I am so sorry. You felt like you were punched in the stomach from your brother. Stay safe and don't let your brother ever do this to you again. Okay? Your brother is never allowed to make you feel this way again. What are you going to do about that? What are you going to do? Extreme way would be never talk to him again, right? Stay so far away from him he can't hit you in the stomach emotionally again. If you want a relationship with him, Victoria, then we approach carefully. We tell him our terms, and you tell him he's never, ever allowed to say these things to you again and treat you that way again. Never. If he does, it's over. It's gone. He needs to know this. Is that how you feel? Is that true? And you're exactly right. When someone says stuff like this, no, they're not concerned about you. They don't want to talk about it. They don't want to talk to you about it. And you're exactly right. Think about writing a letter, Victoria. Write a letter and get it all out. Read it to someone else. Then think about if you want to send it to him. And see how he reacts. If he cares about who you are, Victoria, he'll care about what you need. He'll care about what you want, your values, your opinion, and he'll care how you feel. Okay? If he doesn't, you got your answer. Maybe you'll know what to do. I'm really sorry, Victoria. Sad. Rory from Ohio. It's spring in Ohio. Hi, Rory. It's starting to ramp up finally, but still a chance of snow lingers. Oh, I don't know how you guys live in cold like that. Can you please talk again about masks? I know you've talked about narcissistic masks and the masks we can use just to survive. One of my survival masks was to act like everything was fine, especially in front of people. My keeping silent mask, my alert to danger mask, my sigh of relief mask. I feel also I had many caps. Financial cap, security cap, stay on top of things cap. Can't wait till Q&A Monday. I missed having a video made last week so much. Thank you so much, David. Thank you. I missed you too, Rory, and all you guys. Yeah. If we can't express who we are, then we wear a mask. Our mask is what our parents taught us to be. Narcissistic parenting is anything you do that we tell you, good child. Anything you do for yourself is selfish. So don't start whining and complaining about your feelings and about what you want and what you need, what you didn't get, and what we did to you back then. And, just shut up and just go to work, go to school, clean the house, shut up. Yeah? And so we put on these, here's a clean the house cap, and here's my successful cap, and all I care about is money cap. And then we're going to put on the mask that everything's fine. Guess what? Fine. It stands for the acronym. FINE is an acronym. Effed up, insecure, neurotic, and emotional. So when someone tells you they're feeling fine, they're going, bleh. They either don't care about you and want you to know, or they are feelings of guilty and shame and don't want you to know because they're not used to expressing themselves. And so we wear masks. We may carry shame and guilt around. We don't want people to know. We don't want people to be upset. If we have enough shame and guilt, then we don't want to ask for help. We don't want to tell people how we really feel. We don't want to accept help. We just want to give. That's another mask, isn't it? I'm the giver. I give all things. I do all things. And we just can't be ourselves. Our parents didn't allow us to fully develop into ourselves, fully functioning adults. The loving and beautiful people we're all meant to be. And we wear a mask of what we think people want to see. But tough shit. You show people who you are, whether they like it or not. We start just doing it. We start being vulnerable, allowing people to say bad things and judge us. Who cares? It's freeing when you don't care anymore. Thanks, Rory. Take off some of those masks, huh? Allow people to see who you really are. The only way to trust someone is to trust them. Yeah? Take a chance. Emily from South Africa. Sometimes everything feels too much, even small things that shouldn't bother me. It makes me very angry. Well, shouldn't. Don't want them to? Okay. I'm doing what I can to make myself feel better, like sleeping at the right times, but I still struggle with this. I'm sorry, Emily. You have another comment here. If I can just go straight to it. You had another comment about having problems with people at work. And you've mentioned and commented about this a lot. And I just want to say, Emily, I think it might be time for you to try to get a new job. You have the boss who understands, seems like you had a conversation with them, who won't stop it. I don't know, what labor laws are like in South Africa. It's illegal to do this stuff here, to harass people at work. We're allowed to make a living. We have a right to peace, privacy, things like this. When people start taking away your rights is when they're committing illegal acts, breaking laws, committing crime. This has bothered you so much at work. We got to do something different. Time to stand up, Emily. These are men doing this to you. And I know that you're a man, Emily. And I'll tell you one thing that men respond to. And that's fear of physical violence. A lot of men will respect other men they don't know because they're bigger, because they're stronger, stuff like this. It might be time to start using a little bit of physical fear and threat in your mannerism and in your posture and in your eyes and the things you say, and say, you better stop now. Have you had enough, Emily? Are these people allowed to keep treating you this way? You can always leave. But if you like that job, you might want to make a final stance. You might want to warn your boss. Say, I've had enough. I'm going to start, doing things back to them soon. Because ignoring isn't working, is it? There's usually a few things hopefully we can do about being bullied and harassed at work. We can go to the boss and we can go to police, things like this. We can stand up for ourselves, start doing it back. It's up to you, Emily. There is no right or wrong. It's all up to you, just how it feels. But make this stop somehow. You can leave. But I don't always suggest that. Because I have to know your exact situation, right? And who cares what I think you should do? It's up to you. It's up to you. Try to make it stop, Emily. Try to. I would start being more stern, showing your anger. It's okay to show your anger. They're making you angry. You can show it. It's better than smiling when someone's doing something wrong to you. Show that you're angry. Stop. Okay? I'm really sorry. It's just too bad that there's people like this. You can't just work, make a living, have peace, go home. I'll read your comment when I get to it here in a minute. Hi, David. Tim from Pennsylvania. Hi, Tim. Having trouble readjusting to the dating world after MPD ex-fiance destroyed me. I'm sorry. Can you please elaborate on big red flags for new love interests in general, not just pertaining to narcissists, but also borderline and any other toxic individuals? Sure. Self-awareness is key. I know where I'm at. I just got out of this nasty toxic relationship. I'm depressed. I'm anxious. I'm worried. I am in grief. Yet this person wants to date me. Red flag number 1. We date our own emotional self-worth. I'm depressed. I'm anxious. I feel like crap, and someone's attracted to me. I'm feeling depressed and anxious and worried, and I'm dependent, and I'm attracted to someone else. Red flag number 2, who you're attracted to. Stay single right now. Then you don't have to worry about so many red flags. Red flag number 3, too fast. I had a lot of fun. Let's go out again tomorrow night. No, I had a lot of fun, so let's not go out tomorrow night. Oh, yeah. Texting right in the morning. Texting all day. All of it. Red flags. Don't do it. Bad. Ugly. Unhealthy. Toxic. Text. Hey, good morning. Oh, I get it from my people all the time. Oh, it's just nice to have somebody, I don't even know. I met on a dating site, start texting me every morning saying, good morning, good morning, good morning. Why? Why? You don't know them. Oh, is that nice? Yeah, where's that going? Red flag. Um, Another red flag. Just some of the biggest, right? They talk about their ex. Okay. If you didn't ask about their ex, why would they talk about their ex? Because they're so great? Red flag. Because they're so bad? Red flag. Because I had a bad, huge, nasty, toxic, abusive relationship? Red flag. Not. Oh, me too. Wow. Great. We're meant to be. There's some red flags, Tim. I don't want to give you too many so you don't ignore any of those. Good luck. Stay single for a while. Salema from France again. Hi, Salema. What's the difference between an event that triggers the injury of humiliation, an event that damages self-confidence? Well, so bad experiences reap low self-confidence. Okay? Do you see that? They're not necessarily two different animals. Right? I can have an injury of humiliation. I can have an injury of betrayal. I can have an injury of rejection. These are all bad experiences which damage our self-confidence. Self-confidence, we aren't born with, right? We aren't born with at all. We're born with that much, 0. And as we go through our childhood, we slowly gain a little confidence, but we can only do that by trying. So parents, we encourage children to try. Encourage. We give them some courage. You'll do good. You'll do fine. It's okay. And we'll still love you if you fail. And, so when we have a bad experience, it's low confidence. If for people who have never tried something, you have high school kids that graduate high school, they're going to go off to college. None of them have confidence. None. I don't care if they act like it. None. They haven't done their own laundry, most of them haven't done their own cooking and cleaning. They haven't used to paying bills. They haven't been doing their schoolwork. That's going to be much, much more bigger load now and harder and more intense. And now you're going to be being pulled to party all the time and girlfriends and boyfriends, and they have no confidence in it. And so they're very scared. And they aren't going to have confidence until they have an experience that is good. And so kids that go off to graduation school after college have more confidence because they did college. See that? So the difference between an event that triggers injury of humiliation is an event, and the damaging self-confidence is the repercussion, is the effect, cause and effect. The cause is the injury. The effect is low self-confidence. And then we try to go through the same experience again and make it okay. It went okay. Now I have some confidence to do it again. Our brains go by the last experience we ever had. So I could have 20 times I walked into a restaurant, a McDonald's restaurant, ordered food, and it was okay. It went okay. But the last time I went in there, it got robbed. Someone pulled out a gun and pointed at my face and took my money. Well, you think the other 20 times matter anymore? Not really. Or the 19? The 20th time, the very last time. Oh, gosh. But when I go there 20 more times and that doesn't happen, I'm okay now. Do you see that? Thanks, Lemma. Andy from BE. BE. I don't know where BE is. I don't know. Tell us if you can, Andy, what BE is, unless everybody else knows but me. How can you explain they say they love you, that you're the best that ever happened to them, and just 3 hours later, they sleep with another guy? I can't. How can you? It's inexplainable, isn't it? because it's too contradicting and it doesn't make sense. And I'm sorry. The day after, they act as if nothing happened and you are still the love of their life. This happened to me repeatedly. She cheated on me with 2 men I know of. I only discovered the cheating 4 months later. I was told they think in different worlds, each with their own reality, like a tile on the floor. They don't see the whole floor, only one tile. So yeah, well, I don't know who's telling you all this crap, but they're just different. And so some people can make I statements and believe it, but they're still not accurate. I love my long hair. If I believe it, I'm delusional, aren't I? But I could believe it. This is someone who doesn't know who they are. This is called extremely unstable person, because they're giving you I statements and they're contradicting. That's not true. You don't love me. You went to this guy and that guy and you came back here. No big deal. That's not love. Come on. We all have our different versions of love and this and that. Yeah, okay. How about care? That's not care. I don't care for you. I don't care that it hurts you, ruins you. I come back for what I want from you. This person's different. We need to start understanding that people are different. Wow, are we different? Not everybody values honesty. Not everyone values honesty and respect and integrity and loyalty and acceptance. Not everybody cares about people. Not everybody has empathy and compassion. I'm terribly sorry, Andy. The idea is to get to know this person was like this before you attached to them. Read that book about attachment. The idea, guys, is to find out who someone is before we attach to them. Seeing them every night, having sex with them right away, texting all day is not learning who somebody is before we attach to them. It's attaching to them and way before we know who they are. It takes time to get to know who somebody is. Take that time, and the person that doesn't want to take the time doesn't want you to really know who they are. Emily again asked, what are types of activities that helped you heal? Exercise, preferably swimming and hiking, and biking. Swimming, hiking, biking. Cooking. Cooking is one of the top 5 things you can do to help heal from trauma. So cooking all the time, cooking every meal, going to the grocery store for every meal. Yeah, going to the same checker and saying, hi, Lisa, how are the kids today? Oh, great, good. And then going home and cutting everything up and making it pretty and adding colors to my food and taking pictures of it and showing it on TikTok. Just kidding. I don't do it. And eating good, healthy food. Yeah. And being creative. Artwork. Best activities ever. Thanks for asking, Emily. And Victoria from Western United States again. Hi, David. My son's friend has 2 little kids. My son told me they were about to be homeless. They came out and told me, I came out and tell them to come here. You were telling these people to come to your house to take care of them. They can stay in your old room. My son laughed at me. Does this feel familiar? Mom, you don't need to help this grown-ass man, Mom. Did you learn your lesson from your ex-narcissist? David, I would like to say I would have came to this conclusion on my own and stopped myself. Unfortunately, I didn't. I guess I should keep my therapy. Well, it's okay. You didn't do it, and you're being aware of it, right? So you know that this is feelings of yours, so you're aware of this, and you know the problems it causes, so you're stopping yourself. We're changing. We're learning, aren't we? Yeah. Better than how you used to handle it, you said. Something's better, yeah? That's all the questions, guys. Awesome. Thank you. Let me know what you think of my answers, please, for those of you who asked the questions. And those, please, if you like these Q&As, ask questions and give thumbs up. Yeah, ask a question. If you want me to do another one next week, I need questions. If there's no questions, I won't do one next week. So ask a question, give thumbs up, guys. We need those, okay? It's getting pretty bad. Just hit the thumbs up button. That's all. No one will know. I won't tell anybody. Thanks, guys. Ask questions. You can find me if you want coaching at daviddemars.com. Please sign and share the petition and love yourself first, guys. I'll see you again later. Bye.